Hello, welcome to this legs, arms, core, calm workout, or work through as I prefer to call it. We will need a cushion, mine is there, and a space to work in, maybe a mat if you have one, otherwise a nice floor, comfortable floor that you're happy to lie down on. We're going to start by standing. We're going to start in a wide stance. And we're just going to roll the shoulders out, a few circles with the hips, waking up the body, and let's flex one side, stretch down the back of the leg there, maybe come down a little bit more, and then the other side. Let's come a little bit deeper, waking ourselves up. Hello feet, hello legs. Other side. And then we're just going to make some circles with the arms coming down and up. Keep those knees fairly loose. Big circles, shoulders loose as well. Waking up the body. Other side. Really reaching up. Do one more of those. One more ending here. Arms down, roll the shoulders again, and then just swinging round one side to the other. And then come a bit lower. And then lower still. And then, if you're comfortable to do so, coming all the way down and around. Keeping really loose in the shoulders. And even perhaps dragging your fingers along the floor, coming all the way round as well. So you're twisting round. Although gently does it, because this is just warming up. And then coming up again. Back to centre. Slowing down. And then stopping, rolling the shoulders again. One way. Other way, breathing in, out, hands to heart, bend knees, hold it here. And just turn your attention to your breath. Encourage those fuller, longer out breaths. Breathing out through the mouth, in through the nose. Really encouraging all the air to leave the body. Come down a bit lower. Full breaths out. And focus on sending that air all the way down on the in-breath. Or imagine it filling every last cell of your being. And then leaving completely. All the while, we're working our legs with this little bend in the knees, bit of heat building, quads, glutes even. Even distribution of weight in the feet, come down a little bit further. Lift up on the pelvic floor. Make sure your spine is nice and long with that gentle tuck of the chin, and then a little up and down, pulsing movements. Should be feeling some heat in the legs now. Doesn't look like much, but the heat is building. Let's come down further if that's comfy for you, comfortable-ish. And then hold it down. Breathing in, straightening those legs, lifting up the arms, star shape, reaching out with the fingertips. Make the biggest star that you can, take up as much space as you can. Come up onto the toes if you can. Really reaching. Then as you come down, come straight into warrior two by turning the foot inwards, other foot out, bending arms wide. And then here, little dips up and down. Then if it's comfortable for you, lift up the heel of that leading foot. Come down lower. And then we're going to pivot round to come into warrior one. So we want our hips to be facing forwards. This foot you can either come up on or keep down. I'm just rearranging, maybe opening up the distance between the legs a little, then coming down. That back leg is straight. Lifting up the arms, looking between the hands. Gazing up, you can come into more of a back bend if you want to. Then breathe in, straighten that leg, arms down. Breathe out, come back into it. Breathing in and out, coming down again. Keep going, in and out. In and out. In and out. Stay down. And then coming around up onto those toes if you weren't already on those back toes. Holding your elbows. Straighten that leading leg. And then gazing up. Shoulders down. Relaxed. Heart going up to the sky. Could drop that head back if that's comfortable for you. And then put the foot down. Come back even more into a back bend if that's comfortable for you. And then folding at the hips. Gazing forwards, chin ever so slightly out. And drop the arms. Drop the head, keeping those legs straight. Holding it here, bit of a stretch down the back of the leg there. And then bending that leading leg, coming back to center, back to our squat. Little up and down pulses. Holding it down. Pelvic floor up, face relaxed. Even distribution of weight on the feet. Lift your toes up, spread them out, put them back down again. Come down lower. Breathe in, come into that star shape again. You can breathe out again. Full breaths in, long breaths out. Come up onto the toes. Really big star. And then come back into warrior two on the other side. And then we're going up and down straight away. Little movements up and down. And then lifting that heel, if that's comfortable for you. It's fine to keep it down. Hold it down. And then pivoting round into warrior one, so our hips are pivoting. You can come up onto the back. Keep it down as long as the hips is the main thing. Are facing forwards, leading leg bending, looking up. You might want to increase the distance between the feet to come down deeper. You might want to come back into more of a back bend. Make sure that back leg is straight. I have such a tendency to keep my knee bent. I'm working on it. But we're not locking it. And then breathing in, straightening, breathing out, coming back into it. Straightening, out, straightening, in, breathing out, coming down again, in, out, in, out, in. And you can be on the toes, like I said here. And then straighten, take the elbows, drop the shoulders, looking up, and you could drop that head back. Legs are straight, heart going up to the sky. And then folding at the hips, coming forwards, gazing forwards, slight sticky out chin, shoulders are still down. Belly button back. And then dropping the arms, dropping the head. Checking on my leg, is it straight? And then coming down into child's pose, forehead to floor, arms alongside the body, letting go, full breaths into the belly. Just noting any areas of tension. Can you let go? Don't worry if you can't. Neck, upper back, mid back, lower back. Hands loose, belly loose. Next out breath, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. And then taking our cushion, putting it in front of us, coming down, our hips are stacked one on top of the other. And then we're putting the cushion under our top knee, bottom leg is straight, and on the out breath, we're going to lift. On the in breath, bring it down, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. It's one of the hard to reach places, the inner thigh. This is a good one. Keeping that shoulder down, core slightly engaged, becoming aware of the belly button going back on the out breath. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then pushing yourself up. Cushion out the way, and we'll come into a side plank. So you can either have your feet stacked one on top of the other, or slightly easier modified version, one in front of the other as you push up, hips coming up, arm coming up. So this is the slightly easier version, or you can have your feet stacked one on top of the other, reaching up. Nice full long breaths out. Core engaged, pelvic floor up. Knees are up. Steady here. Reaching with that hand, spreading out the fingers. Next out breath, come down. In breath, stretch along the side here. Out breath, coming down, reaching the other way. Let's do another in breath. And then we'll do that on the other side. Taking the cushion, stacking that knee onto it, hips on top of one another, supporting the head, and it's on the out breath that we're lifting that extended lower leg. Turn your attention to the inner thigh. Can you feel that? Keeping that shoulder down. Belly button really coming back on the out breath. Notice those core muscles working on the out breath, and as you lift, helping you with that lift, helping to keep you steady. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then we are removing our trusty cushion and we're coming into that side plank. So you can either have that foot in the front of the other and push up from here, core engaged, or you can stack the feet on top of one another, really lift up those kneecaps. Nice and steady. Feel the connection between your hand there on the floor. Fingers spread out evenly. Push, push, push through that hand. Steady, long breaths. And then come down on the out breath. And we'll come into that stretch on the in breath. Out breath. Other way. And in breath. And then coming down to lie on your back. Let's hug the knees. Rock side to side. And then let's bring our arms out wide, palms down, feet up straight. Really is push or flex as though you're pushing the sky away. Straighten those legs. Engage the core. Push, push, push. Lift up the head. Hands to top of your thighs there. Push. One against the other. Pushing the legs against hands, hands against legs. Core engaged. Keeping your head up there. Bring the knees down. Straighten one leg. Hold the other. Swap. Really reach with that lower leg. Swap. Shoulders are down. Swap. Keep swapping. But focus on these steady, controlled movements. We're not racing through to get a number done. We're moving slowly and steadily with control. Let's do 2 more engages. 2 more exchanges. And then head come down, rock side to side. And then come back up with that flex and push. Palms down. Then as you breathe in, just widen the legs, keeping them straight. And out. In and out. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Bring the feet down. Knees up. And then stretch the arms long along the top of your head there. Really reach and stretch. And then as you breathe out, bring the arms up and then roll up. Hold it here. A few breaths here. Shoulders down, gazing forwards. Breathe out, tuck the tailbone, roll down vertebra by vertebra. And then arms coming back over the top of the head. Stay here, a few breaths. Really reach, press those shoulder blades into the floor. Open the chest. And then on your next out breath, we're rolling up. Coming to sit up tall. Holding it here, shoulders down. Next out breath, rolling down. And then as we breathe in, the arms coming up. Chest opening. Shoulder blades into the mat. Breathing out, rolling up, sitting tall. And then hug the knees, drop the head. Big full breaths into the belly. Bring the soles of the feet together, widen. So draw the knees out towards the floor, lean forwards, hold the toes. Keep encouraging those knees to come down. And then straighten the legs out in front of you, coming to a bit of a subtle forward fold here. And then from here, we're going to roll down again on the out breath. So take a breath in. And then on the out breath, rolling down. Breathing in, lifting the arms up over the head again. Breathing out, rolling up. Coming to that forward fold. Breathing in, reaching the arms up. Breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, coming up again. So we're just flowing from this forward fold, rolling down, full breaths in as we extend, reach open the chest, then breathing out, rolling up again. Drop the head. One more, reach long along the floor. Breathe out, rolling up. Stay in the forward fold. Full breaths into the belly. Surrendering here, you can hold onto your feet or wherever your hands land on your legs. Drop the head, relax the face. And then rolling up on the out breath. And then coming to the side. Taking your hands, bringing them in front of you so they're parallel if you're on a mat, so they're parallel with the top of the mat. But your hips, we start with them facing forward and then we're slowly, slightly coming around. And then as we breathe out, we dip down. Breathe in, come up. Out, dip down. In, come up. Dip down. Come up. And then you can take that back hand, put it on your shoulder, breathe out, come down, in, out, in, out. If that's too difficult, or you're finding it causing you too much strain on the arms or the wrists, stay with both arms. And we're pushing up on the out breath here. And we are using our core. Let's do one more. And then reaching over just as we did from side plank. And again the other side. And then let's do that on the other side. So to begin with, our hips are facing forwards. Then we're coming round and our hands are parallel to the top of the mat. And we're doing these little dips up and down. And then if you want to, take that back hand, put it on the front shoulder. Belly button back. Let's do two more. And then pushing up, coming into that stretch. Shoulder down, lots of space between the ear and the shoulder here. And then rolling along the mat. And then fold down. Let's come back into child's pose. Couple of breaths here. Full breaths into the belly. Relax. Let go. Surrender to the floor. Allow the floor, the earth, just to carry your weight. then coming up onto your hands, bring the fingers together, come up onto your knees, and then we're dipping down. The elbows are coming beneath us, not out to the side. Little dips up and down. If that's uncomfortable to have your feet up like that, you can keep them down, and you can do this one against the wall as well, if it's tough on the wrists. And then come down and hold it down, just holding. No movement, steady. Come down a little bit more. And then push back into child's pose again, but keeping the arms long, forehead down to mat. Really reach with those fingertips. Arms long, stretching out. Upper back spacious. Back of the neck long. The next out breath, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. And then coming to lie on your belly. Reaching your arms out long in front of you, forehead down, reaching really long. And then lifting up opposite arm to foot, or opposite hand to foot. Swap other side. Keep going, opposites lifting. Like a strange kind of swimming maneuver. One more on each side. Bring your arms alongside the body. Hands along the top of the thighs, there, the side of the top of the thighs, shoulders down, lift up the feet, lift up the head. Lift up a little bit more. Keep lifting legs, head. Steady. Lift a little bit more. And then release, pillow with the hands, toes together, relax. Relax lower back, mid back, upper back. Full deep breaths. Next out breath, pushing yourself up to sitting. Come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. You can have your legs kind of traditionally crossed. You can have one foot in front of the other, whatever feels good for you. If none of those feel good, you can sit on your cushion. You might want to just come up into a kneeling position with the cushion beneath you. We want your spine to be nice and long, chin slightly tucked, shoulders down. Few breaths here, just let the breath do whatever it wants to do. Let the belly become loose. Close your eyes. Just watch what's happening in your body. Any sensations of warmth, buzzing, or soreness. Just see if you can observe without making any judgments, without willing anything to be any different. Just invite your body to be just as it wants to be right now. And then just turn your attention to what's happening in your body on the in-breath. You'll probably notice the rise of the chest. But what else is happening? Anything in the arms? The elbows? The wrists? And the belly? And then out further, perhaps down towards the hips. What happens in the hips on the in-breath? What about the tops of the thighs, the quads? Perhaps even the knees as you take that breath in. Does it come down to the knees? And the same now with the out breath. The chest, the shoulders. What's happening there on the out breath? The elbows, the wrists, perhaps even the fingertips. And the belly, the hips. What's happening in those areas as you breathe out? Tops of your legs, your knees. Let's look all the way down to the ankles and the very tips of your toes. And then just for a few moments, just watch, sense, feel the effect of the in-breath on your whole body, your being, your awareness of your body as a whole on the in-breath. And then the out-breath. And the in-breath again. And then the out-breath. And then just for a few moments, watch as your body breathes itself. And you're merely watching. And then you can just stay here, continue with the watching and the being with the breath, or just sit and be quiet for as long as you want to.